What's up everybody, I'm David Funk here at Camp Rhino in Las Vegas, and today I'm breaking down the box. I'm joined here today with my good friend Rich Snelling, the Sky Ninja, and we're gonna do something a little bit different because the box is a newer Spartan obstacle. And while I've managed to run into it a few times on the courses that I've run, Rich actually hasn't seen it at all. So what I wanna do is teach you some of the things that I've experienced and what I've seen other people do, what works for me, stuff like that. And if it works for you, awesome. If it doesn't, what we want to do is see if we can adapt to Rich's strengths, weaknesses, whatever happens to be different than what I do, and see if we can modify it to make it work for him, so you can kind of get an idea of, if you can get that mental picture of what might or might not work for you, you'll be able to apply it for yourself. Quick breakdown of the box. It's essentially 8 feet tall. It's got a rope hanging off that leads up and over the top. There's a bar that you can grab onto, but it's probably about 2 or 3 feet back. So a lot of the strategies getting up to the top are going to be very similar to climbing a wall with a rope. The issue is when you get to the top, because it is a flat surface that you can't hook your leg over and just climb up. So first and foremost, going up the wall. Like I said, we have a rope to help us get up there, but if you are gonna have your feet on the wall, you wanna think of it like tug of war. So if I'm playing tug of war, I'm not gonna lean forward, because once Rich pulls, I fall right over. However, if we are both leaning back where our feet are in front of our body, and we pull this way, the feet naturally drive into the ground. That's our leverage. We're sticking into the ground, and that's gonna translate to our feet sticking to the wall when we're trying to climb it. So when we're on the wall, we're gonna grab the rope, get the feet up, and we wanna get them into a position where our butt should be below the feet, because if they're here and I pull up, that's when I just slide. So if I can get my feet up higher than my butt, lean back, just like I'm playing that tug of war. This is where I'm gonna have my leverage, and from there, climb up. Like imagine that the rope is going into the ground if you're on your ground plane. So if I'm way back here, I would be standing up straight. As I go forward, the rope's gonna get shorter and shorter because it's lining up with the wall. So instead of being back and leaning forward into it, I want to try and stay back and squat down into it. So we're not doing this. We're going here and squatting, getting shorter, but my chest is still facing the ceiling, just going into more of a squat. That rope is slippery. There you go. So notice he's leaning back, feet are high, butt's low, trying to stay up there. Now as he gets to the top, what you want to do is almost like going into a squat. I'm enjoying watching you fight the good fight. I know, it's like, you're fighting the good fight, okay? Another good strategy for getting up the wall is gonna be using a rope climbing technique. However, the only difference is that you're gonna be up against a wall. So what you actually wanna do, the one that works the best is gonna be J-hook style. So if you're comfortable with that, you're gonna rock through it. S-wrap can work, but it's a little bit harder, especially if you have to do more than one lift. So with the J-hook, what I want to do is grab the rope. I'm coming in at an angle instead of straight on. I'll grab the rope, move it away from the wall, put my knee between the rope and the wall, and then just like the J-hook, it's gonna go inside of the knee, outside of the foot. Then I can take my hips. If you put your hip on the wall and angle away, now you have enough room for your other foot. From there, grab as high as you can. You're going to lift up, do your normal J-hook wrap, and then stand up, and you should be able to lock in with the feet and have your arms wherever you need on top of the wall. So Rich is gonna give it a shot. He's gonna come in, grab the rope, pull it away from the wall a little bit, put the hips on the wall, knee between the rope and the wall, inside of the knee, outside of the foot, just like your normal J-hook technique. Then as much lift as you can get, think of it as a head start. Lock it in with the feet, standing up nice and strong, and that way you have that step wherever you are on the rope and can just hop up over the wall. So now we've climbed the wall, we're getting to the top, and this is where it's different than a regular wall because obviously we have the flat surface on top. And the number one mistake is a lot of people try and throw their leg up first like they're gonna do a heel hook over the wall, and this is the problem right here, because once you get in that position here, you throw that leg up, but there's no place to hook, there's no place to hook your heel over the top because of the roof. So now you're in this weird leaning back position and you're kind of stuck and trying to figure this out, and yeah, that's not working at all. Perfect example. So what you want to do is do not try and lead with the leg. You want to lead with the upper body, no matter what style it is, and that's what we're going to go over right now. Using my preferred style, which is going to be the wall walk, if you will, where I'm going to lean back, play in that tug of war with my feet nice and triangular, and then when I get to the top, going into more of a squat rather than trying to lean forward to get it. I want to get as close to the top as I can while still leaning back. Once I'm there though, I do want to intentionally lean forward so my feet slide down, because what I'm going to do is, whether I do 1 foot or 2 feet, when I start to drop, I'm going to come into the wall where I'm going to put that elbow out. The elbow is going to catch the top, and that's where I'm going to be in my semi-post position on top of the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm back in my tug of war. As I get to the top and that rope gets short, I go into a squat. Then I'm going to pull myself up, rotate forward, let the feet slide intentionally, and put an elbow on top. Pulling myself up this way. If I need, I can grab the bar to pull up from there, rolling up. That's what works for me. Rich, on the other hand, like the rope climbing technique. So what you would actually do is go into that, and he would try and get as high as he could, preferably getting about waist level to the top, so he can just throw that elbow on, be supported, and then while he's locked in with the feet, he can twist and do what he needs to do and actually be very free in the upper body from that position. It's really good. So if he were here, leaning out, and he's in his foot lock like this, he can actually stand up, grab the rope, and most of the weight is standing on the rope, and he can kind of do whatever he wants to pull himself up. Let's see if that works for you. So he's going to go into his J-hook, locking those feet, standing up if you need to, reach over the top, standing up nice and tall, trying to get at least, pulling up into it, and climbing up, whatever works. Perfect. Look good. How'd it feel?
Good.
Good.
Felt good.
Cool.
Very easy.
Yeah. Okay, so some things to think about when you're on here is Some of the stuff you want to work on if you can, you are going to be in, you're going to want a hanging crunch. So you're going to be dragging the knees on it regardless of your style. But for the most part, you're going to have elbows on. So you want a downward rotation of the shoulders, just like anything else, where you're going this way. But if you're on top of the box, you're going to be more like this. So if you can, find a way to exercise where your arms are in this position, rotating down to push yourself up, because it's going to feel more like, if we move the rope out of the way, you're going to be in this position and trying to push your fists to your stomach. So that's the strength you're going to need. Or if you're in the rope, if you're doing the rope climb technique, it might be a little bit more from the side. So you're gonna need strength in like your chicken wing style, where you're gonna be here and bringing it down into the side. Either way, it's gonna be more the elbows rotating down to the stomach like that. So once you've got elbows on and you're able to rotate down and you're kind of in this half hanging off, whether you're standing in the rope or just hanging because you were doing the wall walk technique, you can either climb up all the way, so you can go into a full press and bring the knees up like this. So once I'm here, you can press up this way and crawl, or a slightly faster way. When you're here, you're actually going to let one side collapse and roll up onto it this way and sitting up. A couple of things I failed to mention before. Smaller steps on the wall walk are going to help you keep better traction. If you can keep a triangle shape between your feet on the wall and your hands on the rope, you're going to maintain that wide, stable base better. Also, when you're doing the rope climb technique, I said hips on the wall, but you don't really have to have them on the wall. It was more a reference so you know to turn that leg out and get the rope away from the wall so you have room to maneuver. Well, that's all I have for the box. Thank you for joining me, Rich. I hope you had a good time and learned something. I can't wait to see how it applies on the course. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm David Funk here at Camp Rhino in Las Vegas. I'll see you on the course.